Good morning, audience. As my partner said before, I'm going to talk about Disney. The Walt Disney Company, formerly Disney Associates, Walt Disney Production, and Disney Enterprises, or just Disney, is the world's largest media and entertainment company. Founded on October 16 on 1923 by Walt Disney. Disney will begin competing in 1928 against Fleischer Studios with the Steamboat Willie, which produced the debut of its famous and best-known character, Mickey Mouse, and with the short films Silly Symphonies. In 1930 would begin the production of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. In 1954, Walt Disney used his Disneyland series to unveil what would become Disneyland, an idea conceived out of a desire for a place where parents and children could both have fun at the same time. On July 18, on 1955, Walt Disney opened Disneyland to the general public. On July 17, in 1955, Disney was previewed with a live television broadcast hosted by Robert Cummings and Ronald Reagan. After a shaky start, Disney continued to grow and attract visitors from across the country and around the world. A major expansion in 1959 included the addition of America's first monorail system. In November in 1965, Disney World was announced with plans for theme parks, hotels, and even a model city of 1,000 acres of land purchased outside of Orlando, Florida. On December 15, in 1966, Walt Disney died of complications relating to lung cancer, marking the end of an era for the company. Following Walt's death, Roy O. Disney took over as a chairman. A part of a chairman, he became CEO and president of the company. One of his first acts was to rename Disney World as Walt Disney World in honor of his brother and his vision. In 1967, the last two films Walt Disney actively supervised were released: the animated feature The Jungle Book and the musical The Happiest Millionaire. The 70s opened with the release of Disney's first post-Walt animated feature, The Aristocats, followed by a return to fantasy musicals in 1971. On October of 1971, Walt Disney World opened to the public. The company is an operator and licensee of theme parks and various open and play television channels, such as American Broadcasting Company, ESPN, and the various Disney Family channels, Disney Channel, Disney XD, and Disney Junior. The corporate offices are mainly concentrated in the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, California. The company has been listed on the New York Stock Exchange since May 6 of 1991. Disney is currently the world's largest media conglomerate, followed by Comcast, Warner Media, and Viacom-CBS. The total value of its shares, according to Forbes, was $5,000 billion as of May 2015. On February 2015, it was announced that Tom Staggs had been promoted to COO. On April 4 of 2016, Disney announced that Staggs and the company had mutually agreed to part ways, ending his 26 years of career with the company. In August of 2016, Disney acquired a 33% stake in BMA Tech, a streaming media provider spun out from Major League Baseball media division. The company announced plans to eventually use its infrastructure for an ESPN over-the-top service. On December of 2017, the company announced plans for a merger with multinational 21st Century Fox, the owner of 20th Century Studios, and its entertainment division, including its film production and television channels such as Fox Network Group, FX Networks, and National Geographic, for $52 billion. On March of 2019, this merger was confirmed by Disney on its social networks and website, saying that the purchase of 20th Century Fox must actually be $71 billion to acquire Marvel Entertainment for $4 billion. In a deal completed on December of 2009. After the success of the Pixar and Marvel purchases, he and the Walt Disney Company are looking to buy either new characters or businesses that are capable of creating great characters and great stories. Later, in early February of 2012, Disney completed and by UTB Software Communication, expanding their market further into India and Asia. On October of 2012, Disney announced plans to acquire Lucasfilm. As I said before, the deal with Lucasfilm was valued at $4.5 billion. Disney announced an intent to leverage the Star Wars franchise across its division and planned to produce a seventh installment in the main film franchise for release in 2015. The sale was completed on December 2012, and on March 24 of 2014, Disney acquired Maker Studios, an active multi-channel network on YouTube, for $500 million. The company was later turned into a new venture called Disney Digital Networks in May of 2017. One of the most famous sagas from Marvel and Disney is The Avengers. After the success of the film Iron Man in May of 2008, Marvel announced that The Avengers would be released in July 2011 and would bring together Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, Bruce Banner, and Thor from Marvel's previous films. With the singing of Johansson as Natasha Romanoff in March of 2009, the film was pushed back for a 2012 release. It garnered numerous awards and nominations, including Academy Award. The film grossed over $1.5 billion worldwide. The Avengers premiered at Hollywood's El Capitan Theater on April 11 on 2012 and was released in the United States on May 4 as the last film of Phase 1 of the Marvel Universe. It received praised for Whedon's direction and screenplay, visual effects, action sequences, acting, and musical score, and becoming the third highest grossing film of all time, as well as the highest grossing film of 2012. It's the first Marvel production to generate 1 billion in ticket sales. And in 2017, The Avengers was featured as one of the 1000 greatest films of all time in an Empire magazine poll. In the same way that they did with The Avengers, Disney followed the most watched saga of science fiction. It's about space, and we talk about Star Wars, producing the continuation that many people expected, including me. And like The Avengers, it became one of the most watched movies in the world. I hope you liked this song because it was made with so much love and dedication. Thanks for your attention and patience.